sealed by the fruit that I know you like. And I leave the porch light on for your bike. The neighbor asked if you moved away. I couldn't find the words, so I pointed to the gray of the clouds rolling in where the summer used to be. I'm still keeping your side of the bedsheet free. I've memorized the rhythm of every passing car, wondering if one day you'll decide you've gone too far. They say that time is a healer, a river that flows, but I'm just the wreckage that nobody knows. I'm anchored to a promise that you didn't even keep, while the rest of the world is beginning to sleep. Oh, I'm a martyr for the ache of a heart that learned to wait until it had to break, until it had to break. I've read every book on the shelf twice through, looking for a character that looks a bit like you. I keep my phone charged and the volume turned high, afraid I'll miss a whisper or a digital sigh. I see you in the strangers walking down on Main Street, in the way that they move, in the shuffle of their feet. My friends stop calling, they don't know what to say to a man who's still living in a yesterday. Is it loyalty or is it just a beautiful lie? I'm the one haunting the things I love most. The dust is settling on your favorite chair, but I still smell the ghost of you lingering there. It's been 1,000 days since you closed that door, but I'm still here, just like I was before. Yeah, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. The porch lamp is still burning through the morning mist, like a stubborn little secret that shouldn't exist. I keep the coffee brewing for a cup you'll never hold, letting the steam rise up while the house grows cold. I've walked these rooms in circles, tracing every ghost, living in the corners where I miss you the most. The hallway still glowing, casting shadows on the wall, waiting for your footsteps, waiting for your call. But the silence is a mountain I can't seem to climb. Since you stepped out of my world and out of time, and I'm still standing here in the afterglow of a love that didn't know it had to let go. The curtains are drawn, but the shadows are bright in the hollow of the house after you left the light on. Yeah, I'm still shivering here after you left the light on. Your keys are on the counter right where they always stay, next to the "I'll be back soon" you forgot to say. Every bulb is burning, wasting hours in the dark, trying to find a fuel for a dead and buried spark. I'm terrified of the moment that I reach for the switch, 'cause once it goes dark I won't know which way is which. Is it a beacon for your soul to find its way back home, or just a cruel reminder that I'm standing here alone? The meter keeps turning, the electric hums the tune of a sun that never sets in this empty afternoon. I'm still standing here in the afterglow of a love that didn't know it had to let go. The curtains are drawn, but the shadows are bright in the hollow of the house after you left the light on. I'm still shivering here after you left the light on. My hand is on the wall, I'm trembling at the line between the glow of yours and the darkness of mine. One click and the memory fades to gray. One click and I finally watch you walk away. But I'll leave it on tonight. Yeah, I'll leave it on for tonight. The blue light is bleeding through the cracks in my hand, a digital desert of white noise and sand. I scroll through the threads where we used to be brave. Now it feels like I'm digging through a shallow grave. The battery's dying at 4% now. I'm waiting for a ping that the ghosts won't allow. I remember when the screen would light up the dark with a hey or a home soon, or glowing red heart. Now I stare at the glass until my eyes start to ache, waiting for a promise I know you won't make. It's an empty phone at midnight, a hollow black slate. I'm checking the signal, I'm checking the date, but there are no dots dancing, no typing in sight. Just me and the static in the dead of the night. The loudest sound in this room is the lack of your tone. God, it's heavy holding an empty phone. I almost sent a picture of the moon on the drive, just a habit I'm keeping to feel half alive. But I saw your new status, I saw you were on, and the breath in my lungs was suddenly gone. You're awake in the world, you're clicking on like while I'm standing here waiting for lightning to strike. If I threw it at the wall, would the silence finally break? Or is this just a hunger that I can't seem to shake? I'm a prisoner to a plastic box that never ends, addicted to the nothingness that losing you brings. It's an empty phone at midnight, a hollow black slate. I'm checking the signal, I'm checking the date, but there are no dots way I'll have to survive. Good night to the silence. Good night to the ghost. We practiced the exit a dozen times or more, in the way we stopped talking when I walked through the door, in the fine and the whatever, and the rolling of eyes, in the tired rehearsals of the same old lies. It wasn't a cliff drop, it wasn't a shock, it was just the slow turning of a rusted lock. By the time you said it, the air was already thin, like a movie we'd seen where the bad guys win. No one reached out to grab for a sleeve. We were already packed, we were ready to leave. The script was so worn, the pages were frayed. We were just acting out a part we'd already played. It didn't feel like a tragedy, it didn't feel like a crime. It just felt like 1,000th miserable time. There were no tears left to fall on the floor, just the echo of a sound we'd heard before. No grand finale, no desperate spirit. Goodbye felt like a habit, and I'm tired of wearing it. I knew where you'd stand, and I knew what you'd say, how you blame the distance and walk the other way. I had my response already lined up in my head, a list of the grievances we'd already bled. We've been saying goodbye in the way that we kissed, in the names on the guest list that we always missed. It's a slow motion wreck that lasts for 3 years, until it's over is the only thing your heart hears. They say it's a sting, they say it's a blow, but it's more like a candle that's been burning too low. You don't miss the fire when it's been out for a week. You just stop looking for the warmth that you seek. It didn't feel like a tragedy, it didn't feel like a crime. It just felt like 1,000th miserable time. There were no tears left to fall on the floor, just the echo of a sound we'd heard before. No grand finale, no desperate spirit. Goodbye felt like a habit, and I'm tired of wearing it. So walk out the door, it's a familiar view. I've already spent a lifetime losing you. One more so long, one more click of the gate, a little bit of peace, a little bit too late. Goodbye, it's just a habit now. Yeah, it's just something we do. Looking at the Polaroids taped to the wall, at the man who promised he'd catch every fall, the one who stayed up just to hear how I dreamed. He was so much kinder than you've lately seemed. I fell for a version that you crafted by hand, like a beautiful castle built out of the sand. The mast didn't slip, it just shattered one night in the cold jacket glow of a kitchen floor light, and I realized the person I'm crying for now was a ghost that you summoned just to take a bow. I don't miss the yelling, I don't miss the lies, I don't miss the stranger behind your dark eyes, but I miss the hero who walked through that door, the one who doesn't live here anymore. He was gentle and steady, he was everything true. I miss who you pretended to be, I don't miss you. You played the part with such effortless grace. I memorized every soft line on his face, the way he would listen, the way he would care. I didn't know I was loving thin air. It's a special kind of heartbreak, a deep kind of grief, to find out your savior was actually the thief. How do I mourn someone who never existed? How do I untangle a love so twisted? You're still standing there, but he's light years away, the man from the start who had so much to say. I don't miss the yelling, I don't miss the lies, I don't miss the stranger behind your dark eyes, but I miss the hero who walked through that door, the one who doesn't live here anymore. He was gentle and steady, he was everything true. I miss who you pretended to be, I don't miss you. So keep the new you, keep the cold and the gray. I'm burying the hymn that you threw away. The masterpiece faded, the canvas is blue. I miss who you pretended to be. God, I wish he was real. I wish he was you. The bedroom floor is a minefield of memories I keep, and I'm still losing battles even when I'm asleep. I lay my head down on the edge of the frame, whispering questions to the ghost of your name. I leave the window cracked just a little bit wide, in case you're out there looking for a place to hide. I've got the whole mattress, 6 feet of space, but I'm huddled in the corner, tracing your face, in the patterns of the fabric, in the weave of the thread, living in the half of the life that we led. And I still sleep on your side of the bed, trying to hear the things you never said. I'm reaching for a hand that pillow still smells like that citrus and rain, a beautiful poison that runs through my vein. I haven't washed the sheets since the Tuesday you left, a slow motion witness to a heart of theft. I roll to the left and I wait for the heat, but I'm just tangled up in the cold of the sheet. The doctors say it's habit, my mother says it's grief, but I'm just a man looking for a moment's relief. If I stay in the spot where you used to belong, maybe I can pretend that there's nothing wrong. And I still sleep on your side of the bed, trying to hear the things you never said. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there anymore, watching the moonlight crawl across the floor. I'm a king of an empire that's hollow and dried, and I still sleep on your shivering in the center of a memory, waiting for the sleep to come and set me free. But even in my dreams, you're walking away, leaving me alone in the blue and the gray. So I'll stay right here in the space you used to fill. I'm sleeping on your side, I always will. I kept waiting for the crash, the sound of glass on stone, a cinematic ending where I'm standing all alone. I expected a crescendo, a final jagged scream, the kind of grand disaster that disrupts a heavy dream. But the dishes stayed in cupboards and the pictures stayed on walls. There were no frantic footsteps echoing through the halls. The oxygen just left the room, a slow and steady leak, until the words I love you felt too heavy for the cheek. We were a house of cards that didn't fall, but simply blurred, losing all the meaning in every single word. Love didn't die loudly, it didn't make a sound, it didn't leave a crater in the middle of the ground. No thunder in the distance, no fire in the sky, just a long and hollow silence where we used to say goodbye. It didn't go out screaming, fighting for the light. Love didn't die loudly, it just slipped into the night. We were sitting at the table, just staring at our plates, while the us we used to be was moving toward the gates. I asked you for the salt, you asked me for the time, to strangers playing victims to a victimless crime. We didn't even argue about who was right or wrong, we just realized we've been humming to a ghost of a song. Sometimes it's a landslide, a violent sudden shift, but sometimes it's a glacier, a million-year drift. The end was unremarkable, it was plain and it was neat, the sound of two hearts learning how to skip a beat. Love didn't die loudly, it didn't make a sound, it didn't leave a crater in the middle of the ground. No thunder in the distance, no fire in the sky, just a long and hollow silence where we used to say goodbye. It didn't go out screaming, fighting for the light. Love didn't die loudly, it just slipped into the night. God is so quiet. There were no slamming doors, no shouting in the hall, no grand explosion, no sudden heavy fall. Just the sound of the kettle whistle dying away, and the things that we both decided not to say. We're sitting on the sofa, 3 inches of space, but it feels like an ocean is flooding the place. I thought the end would sound like thunder in the sky, like a crashing wave or a long jagged cry. But the clock on the mantle just keeps ticking on, and the air gets thin until the oxygen is gone. Love doesn't always go out with a flare. Sometimes it's just the absence of breath in the air. No broken glass, no fire in the night, just the soft, steady fading of a candlelight. We didn't go down screaming, we just lost the will to try. It's a whisper, not a wreck, when love says goodbye. Yeah, it's quiet, so quiet. I watched you fold your laundry and put it in a box, while I stared at the carpet and counted the clocks. We talked about the weather and the bills on the shelf, while I kept the unbreaking all to myself. No one is the villain, no one is to blame. We just became strangers with the very same name. The silence is heavier than any harsh word. The loudest goodbye is the one that's not heard. It's the keys on the table, the click of the latch, the end of a fire that ran out of match. Love doesn't always go out with a flare. Sometimes it's just the absence of breath in the air. No broken glass, no fire in the night, just the soft, steady fading of a candlelight. We didn't go down screaming, we just lost the will to try. It's a whisper, not a wreck, when love says goodbye. So walk out the door, don't look back at the mess. It's just a little less heartbeat, a little more rest. Turn off the TV, leave the dust on the floor. I don't think we live here anymore. It's over now, and it's so, so quiet. The sun went down on a restless house, with shadows crawling like a quiet mouse. We sat in the kitchen with the lights turned low, holding on to strings we were starting to let go. I thought if we could just make it to the dawn, the weight of the words would finally be gone. But the clock kept ticking like a fading pulse, till we couldn't recognize anyone else. The stars were cold witnesses to the divide, with nowhere left for the truth to hide. We fought for a breath, we fought for a spark, but the oxygen died in the reach of the dark. The morning is breaking, the sky's turning blue, but the light is hidden, a version of you I never knew. I knew. We closed our eyes on a crumbling wall and woke up to find there was nothing at all. The coffee is hot, but the kitchen is white, and our love didn't survive the night. didn't survive the night. You're waking up now, rubbing sleep from your eyes, but you don't see the wreckage, you don't see the lies. Yesterday's us is a ghost in the hall, pinned like a shadow against the drywall. I watched the moon move across the floor, knowing I didn't want to fight anymore. It's a strange kind of morning when the birds start to sing and you realize you've lost every beautiful thing. They say the darkest hour comes before the day, but the daylight just showed me you're miles away. We didn't crash, we didn't burn out fast, we just ran out of now and turned into past. Didn't survive the night, but our love didn't survive the night. I saw you at the station, just a face in the crowd. The silence between us was heavy and loud. You asked how I'd been, I said fine, like a lie, and watched the old versions of us drift on by. You didn't mention the plans that we made, or the colors of us that were starting to fade. I looked for the spark, I looked for the sting, but I didn't feel the shadow of a single thing. The fire didn't burn, the ice didn't bite. We were just two strangers under the light. It wasn't the day that you packed up and left, or the first lonely morning I felt so bereft. It wasn't the screaming or the how could yous. It was the moment I had absolutely nothing to lose. The world didn't end, it just kept spinning on. The day we stopped meaning something and simply were gone. I checked my old phone, found a text from a year full of forever, and I wish you were here. But it felt like a letter to someone I've never known, a seed that we planted that never quite grown. Your name on the screen used to make my heart race. Now it's just letters taking up space. Hate is a tether and anger is a tie, but indifference is the coldest way to die. We're not a tragedy, we're not even a ghost. We're just the people we used to know most. It wasn't the day that you packed up and left, or the first lonely morning I felt so bereft. It wasn't the screaming or the how could yous. It was the moment I had absolutely nothing to lose. The world didn't end, it just kept spinning on. The day we stopped meaning something and simply were gone. No more I miss you, no more I'm sorry. Just the end of a very long story. I watched you walk away, and I didn't feel small. I didn't feel anything at all. The day we stopped meaning something was the quietest day of them all. I've rearranged the kitchen and I've painted every wall. I've taken down the pictures from the vanity and hall. I bought a different brand of tea and changed the way I dress, doing everything I can to clear away the mess. But I can't scrub the sidewalk where we stood in pouring rain, and I can't wash the forever out of every single vein. I'm running like a fugitive from a ghost I can't outpace. Every corner of this city is a mirror for your face. I've traveled 5,000 miles to find some hallowed ground, but the silence only echoes with the ghost of your old sound. Oh, it's the memory that won't let go, a root that keeps on digging even when the winter blows. It's an anchor in the deep, it's a shackle on the soul, a story that I finished but I can't seem to control. I've let you go a million times, I watch the embers glow, but I'm haunted by the memory that won't let go. I saw a coat like yours today and nearly lost my breath. It's a strange and heavy feeling, like a life within a death. You're living in a different state, you're in a different bed, but you're still the only tenant in the rooms inside my head. I burned the bridge, I cut the cord, I buried every key, but still the only person that my shadows ever see. Time is supposed to be a thief to steal the sharpest stings, but it's just a steady keeper of the weight that losing brings. It's not a choice I'm making, it's a lock without a key. I'm a prisoner to a version of a world that used to be. It's the memory that won't let go, a root that keeps sitting here and waiting for a while because you're gone. We used to be a sentence that never had an end, a frantic rush of lover, soulmate and friend. Our names were tangled up like ivy on a wall. You couldn't say one without hearing them both call. But the ink started drying, the pages started turning, and we ran out of wood while the fire was burning. Now there's a canyon where the end used to be, a jagged little distance between you and me. I see your name in my contacts, or written on a check, and it feels like a heavy chain around my neck. Oh, it's the silence between our names, the cold white space that nobody claims. We used to be a chorus, we used to be a flame, but now there's just a desert where we used to be the same. It's the quietest war, it's the ghost of our flames, just the hollow aching silence between our names. I saw you at a party, someone asked how we were. I watched you hesitate, watched your memory blur. You said my name like it was a word you just learned, like an old bridge you forgot that you'd burned. And I said yours back, but it tasted like lead, a name meant for the living that feels like the dead. It's not a scream and it's not a cry, it's the breath that we hold when we're passing by. It's the how are you that stops at the teeth, and the miles of nothing that lie underneath. Oh, it's the silence between our names, the cold white space that nobody claims. We used to be a chorus, we used to be a flame, but now there's just a desert where we used to be the same. It's the quietest war, it's the ghost of our flames, just the hollow aching silence between our names. Your name. See how the air doesn't move anymore, see how the dust settles down on the floor. It's just letters now, just symbols and sounds and silence. The silence is where the heartbreak lives. It wasn't the night that the suitcases closed, or the moment the end was finally exposed. Started much sooner in the quiet of May, when you took all the pictures of us off display. I watched as you started to clear out the shelf of the parts of the stories you told to yourself. You weren't leaving yet, but you'd already flown, leaving me in a house that felt suddenly stone. The closet grew wider, the hangers went bare, but it wasn't just fabric that wasn't there. It was the way that you looked through me over my head, folding the memories like sheets on the bed. Felt the winter before the first frost. I counted the miles before we were lost. It wasn't a suitcase, it wasn't a car. It was the way that you moved just a little too far. My heart felt the draft, my soul felt the lacking, long before I heard all the tape and the packing. Yeah, love started leaving before you ever did. You were checking the tires and checking the oil, while I watched the tea in the kettle just boil. You stopped buying the bread that you knew I liked best, preparing the cage for an empty wing nest. We were talking about dinner, fixing the sink, but you were already standing right on the brink, sorting the yours from the mine in your mind, leaving the ours in a heap left behind. There's a sound that a heart makes when it's being sorted, like a beautiful plan that's been suddenly thwarted. You didn't need boxes to stow away us, you just needed silence and a lack of the trust. So I felt the winter before the first frost. I counted the miles before we were lost. It wasn't a suitcase, it wasn't a car. It was the way that you moved just a little too far. My heart felt the draft, my soul felt the lacking, long before I heard all the tape and the packing. By the time that you finally reached for the door, you've been gone for a month, maybe two, maybe more. The room was already hollow and thin before you let the cold of the evening in. I saw the departure in the back of your eyes, long before the goodbyes. Yeah, love started packing, and I was the only one left to watch it go. I was ready for the war, I was strapped for the fight. I had 1,000 more arguments to last us the night. I was digging in my heels, I was screaming for a spark, anything to keep us from the quiet and the dark. But you didn't fire back, you didn't even try. You just looked at me with a soft silver goodbye. I wanted the chaos, I wanted the heat. I thought the struggle was what kept us complete. But you laid down your arms and you stepped off the line and left me holding a grudge that was no longer mine. You didn't choose a lover and you didn't choose a friend. You just chose a place where the breaking could end. You traded the us for a breath you could breathe, and a life where you didn't have to constantly grieve. It's the loneliest defeat I've ever had to see, the moment you chose peace over me. There's a calm in your never provide, and left me alone on the battlefield side. Chose a place where the breaking could end. You traded the us for a breath you could breathe, and a life where you didn't have to constantly grieve. It's the loneliest defeat I've ever had to see. The moment you chose peace over me. My kind of love was just a failing test. The house is so quiet, I can hear my own blood while you're walking away through the ash and the mud. You look so happy, you look so free, now that you've finally chosen peace over me. I check the windows and I check the locks. I look for the shrapnel, I look for the sharks. I brace for the sound of the world falling through, the way people usually say goodbye to you. But the vases are standing, the mirrors are clear. There's not a single jagged edge left in here. You didn't slam the door, you didn't raise your voice, you just made a quiet surgical choice. I was ready for the fire, I was ready for the storm. I thought a goodbye had to be violent and warm, but the air is just still and the floorboards are straight, while I'm standing here buckling under the weight. It's the cruelest thing you could have done to me, to walk out the door so remarkably free. No shattered glass, no holes in the wall. You didn't leave a single ruin at all. Everything's perfect, everything's in its place, except for the life that you scrubbed from this space. It's a different kind of pain, a silent kind of sting, knowing you left without breaking a thing. The distance, the tea is still lukewarm in your favorite cup. You didn't even knock the photograph up. The bed is made neatly, the pillows are flat. There's a terrifying kindness in a departure like that. If you'd broken a plate, I could sweep up the mess. If you left a scar, I'd have a wound to caress. But you were so careful, you were so damn refined. You didn't leave a footprint or a shadow behind. Break my heart, give me something to fix. Give me the smoke and the charred broken sticks. But how do I heal from a ghost who was neat, who wrapped up the ends and retreated so sweet? You left me with a house that's entirely whole, while you took the floor right out from my soul. It's the cruelest thing you could have done to me, to walk out the door so remarkably free. No shattered glass, no holes in the wall. You didn't leave a single ruin at all. Everything's perfect, everything's in its place, except for the life that you scrubbed from the space. It's a different kind of pain, a silent are fine. The only thing broken is the part that was mine. Yeah, you left it all perfect. Not a crack, not a tear, just a whole lot of